Hello, everybody. Welcome to the premiere inaugural episode of FIGGAH BANGIN.
FIGGAH! Bangin'.
FIGGAH.
I am Ace Milo. With me today is Jay Ruse.
Yo.
And the late, great, the already dead Dust Mites.
Whoa! So, what's up, everybody? I never muted the YouTube channel.
Excellent.
All right.
Professional.
Professional.
This is only the, 13th show?
14th, right?
Yeah, 14
Plus,
show.
oh wait, plus you did the interview show with Haskell, so that's...
Plus
Rookie.
Plus the unboxing episodes.
And the 75 hangouts.
Plus all the pre-show hangouts.
Got this?
We'll get it one day.
One day.
One day we'll get it.
We'll be on our deathbeds. Hey, we figured it out.
So what's up, fellas?
Nothing much.
We're going to talk toys, right?
We're going to talk toys. Not just news, but actual toys. But we are going to do a little bit of news, because it's topical. We found something today that was topical. So, a little image surfaced today of an upgrade kit for this bad boy. Today we're talking about Hasbro Devastator. We all have the retail release. Nobody has the SDCC version, right?
No.
Just fuck that Chrome. So, yeah, so we found an upgrade kit. So we got a link for it.
It's
It's up on my screen.
So what does it add? We got new. It's actually not new forearms. As we discovered pre-show, they actually wrap around the existing forearms. New articulated hands, new shoulder connections to give them the high shoulders. Even though that's not Dust's thing. Dust's.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it, but it's a little too high there. I like this figure because it looks more G1 tuned. So, but we'll talk.
Well, what's
about
good is at least with this kit is that it's modular. You don't have to use those pieces.
Yeah. What I really like on it is the forearms are kick ass.
Yeah, and they don't even replace them. If you look, they just wrap around.
Well, yeah, that's what concerns me because the joint is not the best. That elbow joint is pretty bullshit.
I'm actually looking forward to those hands. Those hands look pretty beefy.
The hands look beefy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it overall just gives the figure such a nice appeal. I mean, especially when you had it next to the GB. And I'm not hating on the Gravity Builder set, but I don't know. There's something about this figure that really just. I'm not saying the whole figure as a whole, but just the look of the figure really draws me to it and reminds me more of a G1 tune.
He's got new crotch plate things, new knees. They're like attachments to the crotch. They're not even like
attaching crotch.
I said attached to the crotch. New knees, new foot for Mixed Master. To quiet the people that don't like this. I don't actually have a problem with the little foot, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, so yeah, it gives you the skirts. It gives you the little attachment above the knee. I think it's a good looking set. This is actually the first set that's tempting me to
the other sets I didn't really care about, the guns and the elbows. Yeah. I'm getting the Takara one anyway.
Well, I felt the same way. Like I liked it.
What's really the point?
Yeah, but there's things about it that I liked, and I was just like, no, I like this one. No, I don't like that one, and I just didn't want to actually just buy just to get a kit. This one is actually something that I would actually think about spending some money on.
I kind of like the idea of having a Prowlistator, but I don't know for this one.
Well, and Dust made a point. It depends how much it costs. If it's
that's what I was gonna say. Let's wait and see retail.
If it's under 50, it might be reasonable. If it's over 50, then it's something you gotta think long and hard about.
It's really not that many pieces if you really look at it. The most detailed pieces are the hands. Everything else is just flat pieces.
Yeah. So what do combiner hands do you think go for? $30 for the combiner hands, and then some extra plastic.
Big?
I would say $50. Hopefully, if it's $50, it works for me.
Well, like we said, it's not like it's a whole combiner. The forearms aren't going to be a whole unit. From what we could see, it's going to wrap around. So.
Yeah, and the old hands just slide out. They're on a peg, so that looks like you just unpeg the old one, peg in the new one.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's not like they're using all that much plastic in that sense. And I don't know, it just matters on how sturdy those hands are. We'll see.
And with all the competition out there, they can't really price it too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, Perfect Effect is coming out with a kit for what? All their 3 or 4 kits come out to like $100 total, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
is that for all of them?
No, it's almost $300 with the figure for everything.
So it's
Or more.
$50 a set?
So what?
I think one is 60. I'll look right now. I think one is 60.
That's crazy. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, one's 60, one's 30. The $60 one is the one with the new hook, the new foot, the new combiner hands, and the new shovel.
isn't there a set with just weapons?
There should be another one too. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's another
set
one.
with weapons.
Yeah, there's a few sets. So yeah, you're looking at well over $100 for the other ones. There's another one with the Devastator. I don't think that one, the $60.
That one I think is in $30 set because it's like the set that nobody.
Oh no, it's in the
many.
60. It's in the $60 set.
Okay.
That just literally just changes the head. But this Private Effect Kit does not look too great next to it. It just extends the shoulders out. I should probably share this.
Alright, let me stop sharing.
A lot of sharing going on.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Oh yeah, come on. You can't
Like,
even.
you look at the shoulders. All it does is push the shoulders out.
Yeah.
I like the idea of having the hook extendable.
Yeah. The shoulders look too far out to me.
They're way too far because then you get this huge gap in the middle.
And like I said, the other kid just looks like they're little too high. But all I really want out of that is the proper articulation where I could turn it and the whole tread turns with the upper arms.
Yeah, so when we get into the articulation of the figure, we can tell you why they did that. I can tell you exactly why they did that.
So that's that kit. And this is the other kit.
This is the Hasbro Devi add-on kit show.
Yeah, right. These things were announced like before the freaking figure was even out. This is for the hands, the elbows.
That guy's a fucking wreck.
He's the torso.
That's the dust mites. That's the dust mites of the group. He's just a fucking wreck.
All right. So do we want to get into the main topic? Talk about the big guy himself?
Sure.
Or the little guys that turn into the big guy?
They're actually pretty big. Each individual figure is bigger than G1 Devastator.
Yeah, very good size. I'll give him that.
That's what she said.
I'll give him that.
All right, so I guess we'll start with the leader. We'll start with Scrapper. So here's Scrapper. Of course, he has to have his wings. But those are just parts of the chest plate.
I mean, if you're not really secure unless you have wings, you know.
Yes. No. Yeah. Absolutely. You can't. You can't jog. You can't jog.
Yeah.
You can't go swimming.
Well.
There's Scrapper. I have the Reaper labels, so little details like the hubcaps don't come on there. The wheels actually suck because they're just pinned on, and the figure's too damn light, so he doesn't roll that great.
So you just put a sticker over the pin that allows it to.
Well,
to
you
spin
put
the
a
wheels,
sticker over the pin, and then put a sticker over that sticker.
So you just stuck the pin, so it barely.
There's a sticker holding onto the pin.
So it doesn't roll as well anymore.
Well, it never rolled great because the things aren't heavy enough anyway. That actually doesn't affect rolling at all.
All right. Who's fucking on the ground going vroom, vroom, vroom? Right?
Asian Kid Matt.
Vroom, vroom.
Wasn't he just complaining about something?
So how do you feel about those the Reaper labels on Scrapper?
It doesn't add a ton. Like I said, the hubcaps, but it adds the good things like the caution labels that should have been on there to begin with that are on the SDCC version. Something like diamond plate, tail lights. It'll show. Probably won't. There you go.
Okay, so you're pretty much happy with them.
They do what I would expect. They just add a little bit of detail here and there. They're not overly crazy.
So you think, which we'll probably talk about later, the Takara version. You think did you waste your money on the Reaper labels, knowing you're going to get the Takara version, or you okay with?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Well, that's the type of collector Ace is. That's what he does. He gets the figure. He likes to buy the sets. It's part of the experience for him to apply the sets. I guess that would take you back kind of like the old school G1 days, man. Getting that sticker sheet.
Yeah.
So do you feel like a little nostalgic when you're doing that?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Although I'm a lot more anal about putting the stickers on now than I was when I was a kid.
Yeah, well.
So what would you say to a normal collector who can only afford one? Would you say, hey, get the Devastator?
There's nothing wrong with
get the Hasbro with the Repro labels, or just get the Takara version?
Well, it depends on what you pay on the Takara version. Don't pay retail. Don't pay $225. That's horseshit. That's way too much.
Okay.
If you can get them for, for Japanese price, go for it. But if not, there's absolutely nothing wrong with buying these.
Okay. So Scrapper as a figure.
Yeah, so he's chunky. He looks like Scrapper, which I like, as opposed to some other figures that don't particularly look like Scrapper. But so let's might as well transform real quick.
Oh boy.
Super simple transformations.
Cue the
You
music.
gotta make the transformation noise the whole time. It's gonna be the most annoying show ever.
That was the highlight of the show, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
Bam!
We're out of here.
All right,
Here
so
he's
there's
a robot.
Scrapper.
All right, I'm just gonna put the screen right on you.
Try
And
to focus and put your hand
Try to
behind his
focus.
head. Not focusing. There you go.
You guys.
So the mask is a repro label because it adds the shiny metallic.
Yeah, you're very, very blurry.
Very well.
It's a little
I
blurry
don't know
there,
what's
buddy.
going on with my camera today.
Maybe you gotta clean it. Give it a lick.
Yeah.
There it is, crystal
Better?
clear.
So I'm gonna say that I really like that visor.
They all
Look
have
on-
that. That's an option. They come with plain red metallic if you want for a sticker. Otherwise, it's just flat red paint. None of them are light piped. They're all just flat. They're all just plastic.
So I'm gonna say that this was one of my favorite looking figures in
Absolutely.
the set. His paint apps all across his chest, his paint apps on his head sculpt, all the paint right in the midsection and in the waist.
That's all paint. There are no Reaper labels on his chest.
Yep, I think it looks fantastic. That's why I really like this figure.
Well, when I first got I think he was the first one I think I grabbed also, and what I liked about it was exactly what you're saying. The whole torso and the head really
Like that
got
says Scrapper. When you look at that,
Yeah. that got that G1 itch scratched right there.
Yeah.
You know, and
Right
then I went to go move his arms and. that
okay.
was it.
So
It
should
was
we
done.
address the elephant in the room?
Yes.
He's the one with no elbows.
It is.
So the reason why they did that is obvious is because he's the foot, and the foot mode is just like that with the hand folded
Because
up.
then they would have had to put a locking mechanism in and.
But Takara did. Somehow.
But
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say, they may have cut the corner with the elbows, and that's the most disappointing part about this figure. But they didn't spare any expense when it came to the paint on this figure.
He's got painted crotch, which is always good. Painted abs.
His whole front
I
is
like when they pay
painted.
attention to the crotch.
His legs are painted.
Legs. There is a repro label there on his shin, and I think on the other side. No, not on the other side, and then a little bit on his feet.
I actually, I was looking at the Takara version today, and this one actually has more paint than the Takara version.
Yeah, well, Takara will always go for accuracy over, details.
Well, toy accuracy. Hasbro went
does have-
cartoon accuracy.
He
Yeah,
does
there's
have
some elbow articulation. There you go.
He can go like that,
Yeah.
so he can put a gun in his hand and shoot sideways. That's good.
That's
That's
right.
positive.
Gangsta style.
Pew pew pew.
Gangsta.
Pew pew pew. He doesn't have anything in the waist except that motion, which is obviously for the foot mode. But he can be sassy if he had an elbow. Well, I take that back. If he had an elbow, he could be sassy.
Sassy, huh?
Hey.
All right.
All right.
Decent Lego for articulation, even though there's no real point because he can't move his elbows. But they added that, so that's cool. And he can move his feet.
Yeah, that's one thing they did with every single figure. They gave him ankle tilts.
You know, like this figure, you can see they're like 60% there.
Well, yeah.
They really are. Maybe a little bit more, but they're just almost there. If on a Hasbro
And
standpoint.
Shoulders actually are pretty well articulated. He can actually display his arms.
All right, we got 6 of these to go through, right?
One, toss it.
Time to open up another seltzer.
I guess I'm just grabbing them in order to have them lying here. Bone Crusher? That Bone Crusher? No, that's Scavenger.
I was just gonna say Scavenger.
I forget
now
their
you made me
freaking
double
names so
think
much.
myself. I
I
was like,
forget their names all the freaking time.
All right, there's a bunch of repo labels on him, a lot of caution symbols.
A lot of caution. Bucket only goes this way. It's not. It looks like it's articulated here because of the piston, but the bucket is fixed. But other than that, it goes like that. So you can put him in the dirt and fucking scoop some.
So I'm gonna say it would be cool to have that articulation, but how many
When
of
you
us
gotta
would
really use it.
really need that articulation?
If you play with it in the dirt, that you might need it.
If I give it to
It's a step above vrooming on the carpet.
if I give it to my imaginary 6-year-old who's gonna play in a sand.
Oh God! If I was fucking 6 years old with this thing, forget it.
Yeah, then he might be able to make some use out of it, but I don't ever need that.
No. Yeah, it's fine for me. It rotates that way if you really need it to. Kind of locks in. No other articulation. And he's got little casters for rolling.
And his transformation is not as quick as Scrapper's.
No, it's not. So you guys gotta give me a minute. So you gotta give me some time. Quick, Dust. Talk about wrestling. Talk about wrestling, Dust.
He's sleeping already. Put him to sleep. Dun, dun, dun,
we got some dead air here, guys. No dead air.
So if you guys look, I think in the Takara version they did put some paint on those treads.
They're black, yeah.
Yeah, they put black on those treads. Let me see if I can find it.
Done. Waiting on you.
Whoop, here we go.
Actually, no, they didn't put black on them.
Yeah, they did.
I'm looking at the picture now. They didn't put black on the treads. I'll share this.
They put black somewhere on the treads.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that.
Oops is right.
Because I hate that site.
Does it rhyme with Fabertron?
Yes. So from here, it doesn't look like they put any paint on it. No. They might have put paint on the other one, on the other arm.
There is. Maybe it's just the other one.
I'll click the Devastator. Then. Click the Devi.
To the right. Step down.
The other Desi.
Or just ignore us.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
If you don't know how to operate your computer, press 1. There you go. No, they did that. They did that stupid purple.
Yeah, they put the purple in right in there.
See, I don't know why they wouldn't just do it all the way to copy it. It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh,
looks better than the old green. Yeah,
I rather it look uniform. Either make them all purple or just go all black on both.
They were basing it on the original figure, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're doing. They're homogenizing that, like milk.
Are you done?
I've been done.
Hey, it's been done.
Shit. So there is. What the hell's his name? Scavenger. I suck with their names. The problem is that there's a silver sticker on his chest, and that makes it very hard to. It keeps catching the light.
Was there paint on his chest that you covered up with that label?
It was silver. It was the same silver as the. Or gray.
Okay. So
like that brushed aluminum type.
Yeah, it just makes it shiny.
Okay, so you covered over some paint with that, but.
Yeah. I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me. Other than that, just caution labels and stuff.
All right.
So he's got ball-jointed shoulders. He actually has elbows, but they are elbows.
Elbows.
They're not the worst. They're not the best, but they're also ball-jointed, so they can move around. Nothing at the waist because he actually locks at the waist, and the legs are actually pretty good. He can Van Damme. He can bend, but he does break the knee.
Yeah.
He does have ankle tilts.
He's got pretty high fucking knees too.
Hey.
All right.
Pretty tall drink of water there.
Yeah. Long
He's very boxy.
legs.
Long legs.
Long legs.
Long legs.
Definitely
He's
not one of the higher up ones that I would say, but I mean it does the job, especially if you compare it to the G1.
Well, him and Bone Crush, I'm not
Counterpart.
crazy about with the.
But
tread
then
legs
again, you
and
know,
the-
even as much as I'm a Hercules fan. Let's face it, those guys weren't the best Hercules single figures either. So
No, but the back cleans up fairly decently.
very clean.
About because you can hope for
Yep.
having a bucket.
Book it.
Book it. All right, next. That's what's good about him. You can toss him. Hook. So he doesn't. The hook doesn't extend.
Doesn't hook.
It hooks. No, it hooks. It's got a hook. You can hook stuff. It's what you call a hooker.
Oh.
Oh. Hooker. I don't even know her.
Some good labels on him too, right? Goodyear all over the tires.
A lot of stuff in the front. There's a lot of lights. A lot of lights on the back. A lot of caution stuff. It also fills in the purple windows. I don't know which ones. I actually forgot which ones are stickers. I think they're on the inside. I think these were just non-painted. So I think that adds that. And maybe this one. I don't even remember because it actually works very well. Yeah, I think all the inside ones weren't painted. That adds all that. But again, not a lot to say about these guys in vehicle mode. They don't really do. They're very just chunky and just sit there.
So basically, they have wheels and their articulation.
It's a box
one point of articulation for.
All right, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
It also fills in the green on the combiner ports, which is okay.
All right. So is this guy another one without elbows, if I recall?
Oh no, he's got
Oh,
elbows.
no, he does have elbows.
He's got.
Oh yeah, there's
elbows.
only one more without elbows, and that's Big Boy.
Oh, he's got elbows too. They're just not the right way.
They're like.
They're back. They're not even backwards there.
He's got mac and cheese
Inside
elbows. In his belly.
Does anybody's foot keep coming off hook?
No.
I didn't play with them in single mode long enough to even look at the foot.
I had him in robot mode for maybe a week and a half.
Not even. I put them on. I took some pictures. I left them there overnight. The next day, not even. I think an hour later, I combined. No, it was the next day I combined because I was tired.
Oh, dust was sweepy.
Yeah. One of those days. Can't always be that full of vibrant ball of dust that I'm always.
And we are done.
Hey, look at that. He
There's
practiced
Hook.
that all day.
Yeah, totes.
You see, the
Totes for
same
totes.
thing with this guy. The torso and the head. It just calls
Head
out.
totally says hook.
They really. I have to say it, man. They nailed it. They nailed it on some of these guys on the torso and the
They
head.
definitely nailed the look.
And I think that's what really brought me to and for me to buy this fucking set. You know, out of everybody, you would think I would be the last person to even think about buying this set.
And yeah, I mean this guy is either the best looking or the second best looking. Between him and Scrapper,
I think Scrapper's the best looking. If you
these
not engineering, not anything else.
yeah, no, between the two of them, they're the best two figures of the set, and they just really, really evoke G1.
Are we ready for the elbow?
Yikes!
Yeah,
Yikes!
that's
If my elbow looked like that.
Yo,
that's not it. Yeah, that's not pretty. That one's definitely not.
there's not even an Akbar in there.
No.
That's
It's definitely not a trap.
definitely not.
It's a crap. It's a crap.
It's a crap.
It's a crap. Yeah, these elbows are not really good.
And he's got the long arm.
Shoulder articulation's hindered
Allah.
because of the chunk on the top. But he does have mushroom. He's got a swivel this way and a swivel that way. But like I said, it's hindered, so he can't really YMCA. Actually, he can YMCA. That's good.
Another terminology here tonight, guys.
That
YMCA.
would actually be a good display. Have them all doing the YMCA. He's got the.
You can't
He can
if you
split
don't
in
have
half,
elbows.
No, you can't. You just put your name straight on.
It's just going to be a bunch of Y's and maybe a Q. There'll be a Q in there somewhere.
Maybe an A. Well, the A and the Y would be good. Good hips. Decent, okay-ish knees.
Waffles.
And like I said, my feet just fall off like crazy.
You need some nail polish there.
It's just a friction peg, so pops right back on. Repro labels just add little sticker on the chest on the combiner port, and
which will tear off. That's the first time you combine them.
I haven't combined them yet, so
it'll tear right off.
I just wanted to say that even though you did put a couple of stickers on the chest, some repo labels on there, even them without those extra labels, they do have that just.
I kind of wish that this bit was black instead of purple, because it's purple, and kind of it's more obvious because there's black all around it.
Yeah, so you're showing it off with a little bit of repo label love on it. So, but honestly, without the repo labels, it really does.
That's literally the only sticker on his chest.
It does really pop. It really, and again, I'm looking at the. I'm not going to share it, but I'm looking at the Takara version, and it's not as painted as that. It doesn't have all the color.
Because they weren't as. They weren't as painted on the show or the toys. Really, just the shins get a little bit of blue, metallic blue. That's it.
All right, next.
Book's done. I guess we'll save Dust for last.
Dust.
Bone Crusher. Probably my least favorite.
He's the one with the least amount of paint apps.
And he's the one with the shittiest legs in existence.
Yeah. Is he the one with the whole crotch thing?
Yes.
Yeah. He has crotch problems.
Oh boy.
He's like molded in one single color the entire
pretty much the whole thing. Well, it's black and green. There's really not much, and a little bit. And the chest is nice. We'll get to that. Articulation, the bucket can move, and I just literally broke him apart.
That happens when he's in Devi mode.
For you, it doesn't really. It does for me if I mess with them a bunch.
Oh God, I'm just like.
I know yours isn't the best.
Leave it there.
Other than that, it's got little rolling casters for vermin, and that's it as far as articulation.
Yep. So the same articulation as everybody else in vehicle mode. Wheels and its tool.
You said tool.
Yeah, I definitely said tool.
Comedy level's high tonight, folks. Comedy level is really fucking...
What did I say when we started this? We're not fucking taking anything seriously.
I'll share some...
Except for the vrooming.
Hey, listen. Don't fuck with my vrooming.
So I'm sharing pics of the Takara version again.
This is the Takara version, right? The Takaras?
Yep. So, I mean, you can see the pistols there with him, and yeah, there's more paint on the Hasbro version on the chest if you look there.
Yeah, all the money definitely went into engineering on that guy in the Takara version.
Yep, they switched to engineering instead of paint.
And the guns. I do like the guns, but I mean, seriously, what the hell are you gonna do with those when they're?
No, some third party's gonna make them. I mean, you saw Perfect Effect.
Isn't Perfect Effect making a gun set, right?
Yeah, I think Perfect Effect is making a gun set, but...
No, thank you. Okay, he's done. So yeah, now he has paint apps. This guy does not want to cooperate tonight.
He's a fucking mess.
He is. He's not the best. He's definitely not the best. There he is. There's the head. That's a repro label. So there's a little sticker. All of this is paint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is nice. So like all the paint is literally just right there, and also his shoulders. His shoulders got some nice paint, and he's got. I think is he the only one with painted fists? I think so, because the only one with purple fists is Dust.
Yeah. Now is that a repo label on his top shoulder arm? It's a shoulder.
No. Yeah. This is.
Okay.
There's a little bit here. The blue.
Yeah, because I do not remember this guy.
The blue on his upper arm, and the little bit of red over here.
But the silver is the paint.
The silver is repo label too, but it's literally the same color as the paint.
Okay.
It's just silver paint underneath.
It's covering it, yeah.
It's covering a little bit of the silver. As you can tell, it matches fairly well. You can't even really tell. He does have crotch stickers. Let's fondle that a little. Yeah.
All right. That's enough.
And then the worst thing of all is his frickin' hips. So articulation, he's actually pretty decent. He's got ball joints, proper elbows. His elbows might actually look the best, even though they're still
they're
they're not fantastic,
a little bit better.
They are better.
And the
And
arms
they're ball
are
jointed, right? So you can twist them.
Yeah, these are ball jointed.
And they're proportioned a little bit better. They're not hanging down to his knees.
And they're not like, a tenth of the length of his forearm.
Yeah.
So
once you get him standing, he's not bad. But as soon as you start messing with him, his does that.
Mine does that too. I had to. There's a way where you gotta get the one.
I did that. I just did that, and it clicked. I did it, and it clicked, and it still does it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what I was gonna say. Bone Crusher is the one with the infamous hips that don't lock together very well. What Ace is doing right now is there's 2 black clips on the inside of the green that have to lock together. Then the green is locked together at the same time. So that's supposed to be the strongest connection.
It is the strongest connection. It can hold, it'll hold poses, but as soon as you play with him, see, as soon as I touched his leg, it came off.
It comes apart.
It'll kind of click, but it's still. This is a bad design. This is terrible. But other than that, his legs are exactly the same as Scavenger's. Same knee bends.
Well, you can definitely tell he wasn't the first one that came off the line.
He was the oh shit. Oh no, we all forgot to make a Bone Crusher. What are we gonna do?
We have $32.
And he's also got his forearm connector bit just hanging off his back. And you couldn't even tell that this guy's is his chest. So his chest piece is his forearm connector. Like, they actually integrated that very well. This guy, they say, oh no, what are we going to do? We had no place for it. Oh, well, just pull in the back.
It's got a giant dingleberry.
Like, that's not the best. It doesn't even look like anything, so you couldn't even, like, pretend it was something. Alright. Fuck you, Bone Crusher. Mixmaster.
Yes. The favorite one of the bunch.
The favorite one. Well, they changed his design. Most people thought it was going to go that way. So, like, this would be the front. But actually, that's the front. It is a real-world cement mixer.
So, yeah, it's really funny because driving around on the streets and highways...
You'll be like, oh, they are real!
I started noticing them a lot more because of this toy.
Before that, you never saw them before. Like, that's not real, no way. And then all of a sudden, once you know they exist, they're everywhere.
Like, oh, look, it's Mixmaster.
So the whole point of this...
I'm sorry, old school.
Beatboxing.
The whole point of this was to get this to be the foot, which is actually very show accurate, but does look... Yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. But it is what it is.
Little foot.
Yeah, he is a little foot. We got stickers on the barrel. We got a whole bunch of silver for the bumper. A whole bunch on the front, which still looks funny. It's so boxy.
Yeah, I don't think the windshields are right on it.
What, too small?
Yeah, it's just that.
Yeah.
It's too small.
And that's these repro labels go in the divot where it would go, so it's not like they're making it bigger or smaller. That's how big they are. Barrel does nothing, so he is literally a brick on wheels. That's all you get for him.
No vroom vroom? There we go. We got a little vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom.
All right, so while he
This guy isn't
transforms...
too hard.
So I see what you're doing here, Jay. While he's transforming, you're just going to show us a little something here.
As long as you don't whip it out.
Wait, where is he? There he is. No.
You can get the freaking head out.
Yeah,
Come on. There we go. I'm done.
Before you can even get the picture up, I'm done.
Like I said, these aren't rocket science. So there we go. Head I do really like. It is very Mixmastery.
So I like the head too. I don't like his crown thing not being painted at all.
Yes, this should have been.
Yeah, if they would have painted that purple, there you go.
Actually, should it be silver, right? I think the original was silver.
Something dark, even black would even help.
Anything but green would just not just there. It doesn't have to be the whole
No,
cockpit
just,
or whatever this piece
just
is.
the top.
Just this piece.
Yeah, you can't
Would've
even
been
tell
nice.
it's there. To be quite honest with you, I
When you transform it, his head is just literally on this swivel, and it just folds up for vehicle mode, and you just fold it back out. So you wouldn't even be able to see it in vehicle mode. So it's not like it would have been an aesthetic choice. It was just a paint issue, I guess. I agree with you. That should definitely be something.
So those
other than
silver
green.
circles, are those a repro label?
Those are repro labels. There's just
Okay.
a silver stripe that's very hard to see because it's very small.
Jesus, how the hell did you put that on? I would need to hire someone to put these things on for me.
I'm anal with stickers, like I said.
This is why Dust
You
Mice
put-
does not do repro labels.
You put one end on, and then you use a tweezer, and you make sure you lay it straight,
Yeah.
and then when you reach the other end, it should line up.
Remember, flipper, okay, flipper.
Unfortunately, he is taking a giant purple shit.
Waspinator says.
Ah!
I mean, Waspinator was green and Transformers Animated.
That's something the club would do. Just turn him into fucking Waspinator.
They probably would.
They probably will.
Shoulders are decent, not the best. He does also have pretty crappy,
Ooh, look at those.
crappy elbows.
Hey, he has paint on them though. He has paint on his
Does have paint.
forearms.
The front, and the front and the back were green, so they just added a little silver stickers to make them. But you can rotate them, and then you can see where they end.
All right. Cool.
So he does have some. He actually has forearm articulation. That's something. And good 90-degree knees, and ankle tilts. They all have ankle tilts, which is very nice. And most of the stuff on the feet is carried over from vehicle mode, from the repro labels.
I
He
think those
has some
repro labels do look pretty good. They add a
His
little
arms
bit.
are definitely the worst, probably the worst proportion, even worse than Chubby Chubs.
God awful. That should have just been a set where the elbow just didn't do
Not even
anything.
the elbow, just like how long.
Yeah,
this
well,
is.
if you
How itty-bitty.
close it up. Now, if it didn't move, if it didn't do that at all, I would be okay with that.
It looks bad.
Yeah, right?
It still
I
doesn't
would-
look
I-
good, but
I would be more okay with that than I did when you moved it.
That elbow makes it exaggerate. Oh, so
Oh,
much more.
yikes!
you can see right through it. Not the best.
It's
All
a crap.
It's a crap. Oh, there's a giant hair on that. Dust.
Yes, the dust mites of the Hasbro Constructicon set.
So he's the big chunky monkey. I always forget his name. Long Haul.
Or should we say last year's dust?
Oh,
That's right. That's
Yes.
the triple X dust.
The 4X dust.
That's the 4X.
Quad X. There you go.
Ooh.
Now you're a double.
Repro labels help him a ton. The big silver stripe and the caution
Yeah, it
sticker,
does. It does. It gives you a little bit more to that.
much nicer than just the plain green.
So let me ask you: are those hazard stripes? Are they gold or are they yellow?
They're
They
metallic.
look like a metallic yellow.
They're metallic yellow.
Yellow.
Metallic yellow and black.
I think I'd have been happy if they weren't metallic, to be honest.
Yeah, they're definitely metallic,
Okay.
but they look good. So you can see them shiny. What else does he add? Just headlights on the front. These are molded, so the stickers just kind of go over the molding.
Mm-hmm.
More headlights.
So let me ask you a question. Did you find any repro labels in your bologna sandwich?
Yes. That's where you always
Shout
find
out
them.
to Skullface at SCU for
Great fucking
the
skit,
truth.
man. That
As soon
shit
as
was
you said
hilarious.
the repro labels hunt, I was like, yeah, I know what that is.
fucking everybody.
I found them on my.
We've all been there.
I found them. I find them on my hands. I find them everywhere. I step
no
on them. I
idea
find
how a
them days
fucking
later.
tiny sticker can fly so
Dude.
far away.
It's like I'll put a faction sticker on, it flies away. 2 days later, I hear Wookiee going, Wookiee, you okay? There's a Decepticon symbol.
Wait, do you then try to put it back on?
Well, yeah, because these things are hard to come by. Battle damage.
Also adds a bunch. It's because these will be the legs, the shins. So it adds detail there, and then some shit over here. I
Yeah,
don't know
like
what
not
that's
too
called.
much, but just enough to give it a little.
Yeah, that's
bit
what I like.
more.
It's like some of the sets are for other stuff are very a little overwhelming on some of them. But I like his.
It's like they realize, okay, it's nobody's gonna really keep it in this mode that long anyway. So
Yeah.
give it a little flair.
All right, so transform that bad boy. Let's see if I can pull up the screen share.
Oh, look at this, the whole fucking thing just comes up.
So there he is, the car.
This chunky monkey.
He's got good ratchet joints.
Oh yes. Well, yeah, he has. Ah. I forget how to actually properly transform him. Is it that? No, it's not that. It's that. Okay. He's got the shittiest legs, at least in terms of like proportions. And done. There he is, Mr. Chunky Monkey himself.
Yeah, he's got some fucked up arms too, man. It's like he doesn't even have arms.
On your guys' head, is it like really hard to turn because it hits this top plate?
I can honestly say I didn't
Never
even
tried?
spend that much time fucking with it to say that.
Did
I literally just put in the robot mode and. Yeah,
Is Jay dead?
I don't know. Maybe, quite possible.
Jay?
Jay. All right, keep going with that one. We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, I guess he did die. I feel a little bad now.
Oh, there he is. He bounced
Yeah.
that. He'll come back in. Just probably
All right.
lost connect or something.
I'll ask him when he comes back in.
Hey,
But,
your audio sounds a lot better now.
No more less bandwidth to
Yeah, he's
to
not
suck
killing the
up.
bandwidth.
He does just wear the dump truck on his back, and it is a little hollow from that because I said these obviously the shins were just tucked up in there. His legs. So we go. Let's do his head first. His head is nice. It's a silver bucket head. It's hard to get a good shot because he has giant boobs.
Looks like a Cylon.
He does look like a Cylon. He looks like a toaster.
Excuse me. Jay hit me up. He crashed. So hopefully he'll still get that back and running.
His shoulders are pretty not okay. I was gonna say okay, but they're not that okay. Forward and back is fine, and then you got his elbows. So silver detail on the forearm is stickers. So his elbows go that way.
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ.
So he's very like, hey. He can very.
I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know what that's supposed to do. I don't know in what situation he would have to shoot people to his side and sideways or something. But that's not very. All they had to really do too is just add a cut right here, and just add a swivel, and you would have been able to turn them the proper way.
Yeah, well,
But instead, he's a ballerina.
it's Hasbro. Woulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. Fail.
So Jay, your head, is it hindered by this backplate?
No, I don't. I think I read about that problem. I did not have that problem.
It's almost impossible for me to turn his head, and I can't get it all the way up. That's what she said.
That sounds like something.
That sounds like a personal problem.
We're out of here, folks.
I cannot. If I like pull this plate off, I can turn his head. It's fine. But there's like a stupid lip. I don't know if you can see it because there's too much junk in the way. There's like a lip on the back of his head, and it hits this plate, and I cannot rotate his head.
Fucking chop that shit off.
And I just literally
Now it moves fine. Works great now.
$300 worth of stuff. So
I am
like
gonna
I said,
say that those repro labels did a lot for him.
yeah, his is mostly, apparent in his robot mode because they're all basically in the
fix
front.
his arm. It's really bothering me.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah, how's that?
Oh
Better?
god,
Even better.
How about that?
it's like a bad SpongeBob episode.
Oh, that just had to hurt. He looks okay like that. He's
No, he
kind of like doing like a
No, he doesn't.
gorilla pose.
He doesn't look okay like
I'm
that.
trying to
Don't say.
He looks not broken like that, but as soon as you go like that, he looks broken. He does have a nice chunky waist wrap.
You know what? I'm really happy that I wasn't the guy displaying the single mode because I swear to fucking Christ, looking at this, the fucking hammer would have came out. I really do think the hammer would have came out.
You don't like his You don't like his triple D's there? He's even got hard nipples.
Oh.
He does have incredibly strong ratchets.
Oh, let's face it. It's the middle. That's the middle of the figure. Of course
It's
gonna
for
be
good
like that.
reason. Yeah, those are actually devastating.
And then if it
hips
didn't have
and
hard
waist.
ratchets, people say, "Oh, the ratchets suck. They keep falling."
So these hips are actually pretty goddamn good. They're actually better than some of my third-party hips.
They're better than all of the third
Yeah,
party.
yeah, it blows away the TFC hips.
Absolutely. I mean, just listen to that.
They're better than the Ferro Rex hips.
Even Ferro Rex. Even Ferro Rex. Yeah.
He has hip issues. Everybody has hip issues.
I can actually learn something from this guy. So it does suck that if you're playing with him individually, but again, not really a big issue for us. So that's all the individual bots.
All right, we'll go over to Jay right now.
All right, so I have my bad boy in combined mode right now. I don't know if you guys can see all this.
No, it's good.
It's fine.
pretty good.
So he's there, and I have him standing next to Hercules for a size comparison, right?
You got the Rage Kit on there, right?
And I got the Rage Kit, so he has the.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. You busted out the card table.
Yeah, I had to.
Oh, wow, you're playing canasta. You got the family over. You're putting a 6-foot sub out.
Dude, I'm Puerto Rican. It's dominoes.
Oh.
Not on that table.
No, smash after the first game. Dominoes, fucking hand goes right through it.
I don't see any dents in there.
That's right. So yeah, so you see the big size difference. Obviously, he's an 18-inch figure. Hercules, I think, was what, 11 or 12 inches? 13,
Something like that.
maybe. All right. So you see the big height difference. You see the G1 feel when you look at the CW Devastator, but you
Without a
don't.
doubt.
You know, what was this? 6 years ago,
2011?
Hercules did a lot for us, right?
That was a grail, man. I love that damn thing. I wanted that so bad.
First combiner, you know, it evoked Devastator, but then when you get the Hasbro CW, you look at him and he's like, he's like right off the screen. So you really get that nostalgic feeling when you look at him.
Well, that's exactly what I felt too. It's like I was really disappointed single bot. I put it together. I looked at it for a while. Oh man, this is a piece of shit. I'm getting rid of this. And the next morning I came out and I looked at it from across the room and I'm like, wow. But don't pick it up.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
30.
No, I'm not saying it's 30, but then then you start messing with the arms and things like that, and it's little things that really irk you about it.
So the biggest thing that evokes that G1 is that head sculpt.
Yeah, I do. I
That
agree.
110% perfect.
You know, you look at that head sculpt and you're like, that's Devastator.
The
So the
chest.
SDCC version had the visor, right? And this one doesn't?
This one has the visor.
Oh, this one's the other way around. The SDCC
That's
doesn't.
the other way around, yeah.
And then the Takara version has a flip-up visor, so you can have
Has a
them
flip
both.
up visor, yep. So I also brought out a couple of size comparisons so that people could see what it's going to look like in their collection. So first size comparison, you can probably see it,
Yeah, it's fine.
is Starscream. This is
That's
the
Chugga.
one of the Takara versions.
United? Or is it the newer one?
No, the 3-pack. Seeker Aces, yeah. So you see where he stands, and I think he looks really good with a Chug collection.
Absolutely.
You know, he's fucking huge. If you think about it, right? Actual size of each Constructicon was smaller than Starscream, right?
Yeah, Starscream is pretty tall.
So when you use that size and you combine them, Devastator would probably be actually the Hercules size in Chug.
He definitely mag shifted in G1.
But that's not what you want a combiner to look like. You want a combiner to look massive amongst your Chugs. Otherwise, you think about it, he's not going to be that terrifying. You know, you just drop kick him and he might fall over. When he's like this size in your Chug collection, you know it's pretty terrifying for another bot to see, right?
It definitely looks more accurate than Hercules.
So, and then I brought out a masterpiece car, so you can see the size comparison there. So I mean, he could fit in with your masterpieces size
KO.
wise.
KO.
Yeah. So that was before they announced that there was going to be a
The reissue?
re-release. Had I known there was going to be a release, maybe I would have spent the extra money.
Nah, it's not worth
It's
it.
Either
actually
way.
cheaper because they put it on sale already.
um, so yeah, I think he sizes really well with them.
He's a little
Maybe
smaller
not.
for MP.
Maybe not with the Seekers or with Megatron or Shockwave or anybody, but the cars I think he sizes pretty well with.
So, hold on, I'm looking.
So
So
I
Masterpiece
don't know how you
Seeker.
guys feel about that.
Masterpiece Seeker, I can't get him because he's in the back, but he's about a head and a half taller than these guys. At least Scrapper. I just put
He
Scrapper
might-
next to him. He's about
he
a head
might
and
come
a
up
half.
to about his crotch.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
maybe a little less. So yeah, that scale is definitely way off.
So here we go. Articulation, right?
Eh,
Shoulders up, down,
The treads.
out.
Yeah,
You know, that's what you expect, right? Oops,
But-
gun fell off. Elbows, 90 degrees. Hands, single pin on the fingers.
the hands aren't that bad.
The hands I think are pretty good.
It would have been nice if
You
they
know.
were all individual, but
Head left and right.
yeah, no up and down.
Look
No
up.
up and down. Like you
You
do.
can look up, or way up, right? Can't look
He can-
down.
He can look at his own butt.
Waist. There's a waist articulation thanks
It
to
would have been
Duff.
nice. It would have been nice if you could look down, because then you can have him posing down, like grabbing somebody or something.
It would have been. I mean, I think you can work that out with some posing. Ratcheted hips, front and back.
Again, thanks to
And-
Dust.
You're welcome.
Out. It's hard.
Someone's got to hold the team together.
You need somebody sturdy and solid.
A really high knee joint,
Yeah, it's definitely.
and this
Yeah.
panel likes to keep popping out while I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's his foot. That's Dust's foot.
It is a little fidgety when you're fucking with it, man. Is it as fidgety as say Pharaoh Rex or Warbotron?
Hercules?
No.
Hercules, I had trouble standing on the table back there because of his hips.
He's an old
And-
dude.
And then yeah, he needs a cane at this point. And you get ankle ratchets.
He's the grandfather.
Ankle tilts, just side to side, nothing.
That was really
front
cool.
back.
I really love that they included that. I mean, they really had to, because putting that thing with the feet straight out would never worked, but they did that very well.
And then
You
his
do wanna
hand
be
cannon
careful.
that comes in two pieces
Yeah, the gun looks good too. It looks pretty
combined, and it does look good. Yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the set.
There is a couple of labels on the gun. It's just a little bit of detail there and on the front.
So, cool. That's what I
You
got
do
for
wanna be
Hercules.
careful.
I
You do
mean,
wanna
for
be
Hercules.
careful. You do want to be careful of his ankle joints, because the plastic. We didn't mention the plastic is fairly thin. It's not.
It's
best.
one of these guys. Yeah, I think it's Mixmaster, right?
Yeah, you can
That has the
actually
problems.
hair his plastic.
Yeah.
If you ratchet
the
it out too
inside out.
much. Yeah. So you want to be careful when don't do any extreme poses with him.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a little dynamic poses and get a little crazy with him, but I think the ratchets kind of limit because they're kind of not enough clicks in the ratchets to really get a good pose out of him, in my opinion.
Oh, you get about a dozen. Yeah, you get about a dozen ratchets,
Yeah.
which is a lot
going
better than
On his
Going
hips, outward.
outward.
And front and back too. There's a bunch.
Front and back, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 or 10.
No, he's really good. They made him really small.
The ratchets in this guy are definitely a lot better than the ratchets in like Motormaster or any of those guys.
So I'm
I
really
just
happy
wanna-
with the set. Dust, what do you got?
I just want to break up this for a second and say what's up to everybody in the chat right now. We got a couple of heads in there.
All right.
We got the good old ETR boys on there. Harvey __ Dent. Mr. Pinky. Chris Pinkerton's there. The one and only Jabertron hanging, chilling. Victory Saber 77 stopped in to say what's up. He's chilling. What's up, guys? And the one and only Mr. Deluxe Matt Baldwin from Sattercast Uncut stops in. Happy anniversary, brother, to you and your sweetie.
And happy birthday.
Oh, happy
He
birthday.
just recently had a birthday, too. Dalton's in here, too. He's chilling, just scrolling down. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for checking out the show. Thanks for popping in the chat.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, good stuff. But, I pretty much voiced my opinion as we went on, what I liked and what I didn't like. I don't have to sit here and fuck with it because, this is a little bit of a fucking mess. See? It's just...
I think you got a bum deal on that one. Yeah, that mine don't do that.
Yeah, this, that, and then this, this here. That,
You can have it be battle damage.
A little bit of, see? And you go to clip it back in, and, oh, look at that. Oh, we're not holding on. Maybe a little nail polish there. I don't know. But, it's...
Battle damage.
Oh, look at that.
When in doubt, battle damage.
I mean, what makes me happy about this figure is it's surprisingly sturdy in combined mode. It's like...
Yeah, and it's a shame that we have to say, wow, this is good for a Hasbro figure. It's really...
I mean, this is
it's
good
kind of sickening.
for overall figure, you know what I mean? None of my third-party figures can stand or hold a position. That's, of course, the gun just falling off again.
Yeah, that gun likes to fall out.
But, I sit him down. He stands on his ankles. He's got good heels. The ratchets don't move. I mean, couldn't do that with any of my other figures. But, obviously you're talking about a figure that uses a lighter plastic, less joints. So it is going to have that sturdiness because of that.
We got to realize, third-party figures are meant to be collector's items. This is sold to the masses as a toy. And as a toy, he is definitely fun to mess around with. Taking him apart and putting him back together is, fairly quick, fairly easy. I like the way that they actually combine them onto the knee, where you fold the legs out and clip them in. It's pretty neat. But like I said, as a toy, like when I picked him up and I held him, I put him together and I held him in my hands. I got the warm and fuzzies. Like he invokes Devastator.
Yeah.
When you pick up the Hercules or Giant or any of them, I was like, yeah, that's cool. It's it's a nice looking Devastator, but it doesn't get you.
I think that's what drew me to this also. And you guys know that I'm not the biggest Hasbro fan in the world, but
looking at this guy says Devastator.
Every time I think, it's time to get rid of it, then I look at it and I'm like, well, I don't. And now seeing that upgrade kit today, the X2 Toys kit, I gotta check it out.
When you're a kid, that's what you think Devastator is supposed to look like. Like I didn't have G1 Devastator, I had G2 Devastator, but even then, like looking at that was like, that's what you thought he looked like, the newer one.
It's like when I had a kid, I had like 3 out of the 6.
Yeah, it's always.
And you had to go down the end of the block and hang out with your buddies, and then you get it together.
The ones you didn't really like, but they happen to have the other ones.
Yeah. Well, I'll hold it on Saturday. You could hold. No,
I'm just gonna take it.
One thing I wanted to mention is we were talking about the Perfect Effect upgrade kit, and Dust said how the arms were out further.
Yeah.
I think it's because they wanted to use the treads on the arm instead of separating
them. Hold them together.
So.
Yes, that's what I like also. That's what I want also. That was one of the negatives of this. That you
instead of having this gap in between.
Yeah. But it just seemed like it was just too far. It was too extended.
But it does, yeah. Well, they had to do that because they have the wing.
You have to clear it out.
Clear that wing.
Yeah. Unless I don't think they're going to give you replacement wings for that too.
So it's you have to choose one or the other. Do you want it to have that
at least you got a choice.
Moving or yeah, exactly. And that's what a lot of us fans have to realize nowadays. At least we have choices. There's choices.
Yeah, lots of choices. Like watching this show on Wednesday nights and watching our ETR show on Monday nights, right?
2 totally different shows.
Absolutely.
Same idiots.
Clowns. Or
jackals.
Jackals.
So,
Wookiee's chasing a bug.
Get him.
Some sort of moth.
All right.
Is there anything else, Ace? You want to wrap this up?
Yeah. I don't think I got anything else. I think we pretty much said everything we wanted to say. So thank everybody for watching. please leave us feedback, comment on this video on the video.
Share the video, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff.
Tell a friend. You tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends.
So yeah, we know the show ran a little longer than we expected, but we
did have six figures, seven figures.
Yeah,
plus the combined mode.
I think it was perfect. A good speed,
So we did. I think we did our best to try and keep it short.
Yeah, but, first show. Come on.
Yep, learning experience.
And we'll see what's
up.
Like
I said, nothing. I don't want to take anything too serious. We're just fucking around.
Yeah.
Like I said, we would be talking about this stuff anyway. Might as well get it recorded.
Yeah, this is just like a regular, like non-broadcasted hangout. Just bullshitting. So we'll see. We'll see if this is going to be something we do weekly, bi-weekly. We're still not sure what's going on with our schedules and everything. But
so where can they find you guys, Dust?
Dust Mites on Instagram. Dust Mites on everything. We've gone through this.
Yeah, just in case. Man, maybe we got viewers that don't watch the other
Yeah, that's true. Because, oh, well, they might not.
We are trying to be a network, right?
We are a network.
Uh-huh. Jay?
We are a movement.
At JRuse on Instagram. Remember, keep hashtagging your photos, Rumble Collectors, to see if you get shouted out on our Monday show. And because we're an IG community, so I just want to focus on IG a lot. So
yeah. That's where we started. Instagram is where this all started.
Yeah.
Got to show love.
That's all I got.
I'm Ace Milo everywhere, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the hell you want. Ace Milo everywhere. Don't forget, check out Enter the Realm Monday nights on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/c/Realm of Collectors Video. Yeah. All right, I think that does it. With that grin, we are out. All right, guys, take care. Thank you.
Right. Later.